Hello everyone and welcome back, and a very big warm welcome to all the new subscribers. I'm delighted today to talk about something that I find absolutely fascinating. Now, I have to say I'm not an expert in this area in terms of using it for giving readings, although I enjoy doing it. But I'm going to talk to you about the subject of cartomancy. And cartomancy is the study and the practice of working with cards. Now, many of you will be thinking, yeah, tarot cards, angel cards, inspirational cards, oracle cards. Well, you'd be quite right, because they are all a part of cartomancy. Now, I was first introduced to cartomancy by my mother, and I was curious as a child because my mother used to read the playing cards, and she had a great degree of success, of accuracy and insight from using the playing cards. And she did actually teach me how to use them, how to work with them, and what the meaning of each card signified to her. But I never quite grasped it. But it used to be something that we'd look forward to, was Mum reading the cards. And she was uncannily accurate. And quite a few years ago now, I'm going back probably about 15 years ago, she said, I don't want to do it anymore because sometimes I see things, and she would only do it for her family. Sometimes I see or suspect things that I don't want to know. And I thought, well, fair enough, I can understand that. And so she decided not to do it anymore, but she did teach me, and she taught me what they all meant, and she taught me how to do it. But it just didn't work with my mindset. And yet I absolutely love cartomancy. I love the cards. So there was, from a very early age, this interest, but yet I wasn't particularly competent, shall we say, or I didn't feel I was. Now I do quite a lot with them, but you know, it's not my modus operandi, it's not my main work, but I'll use them within a consultation rather than make it a card reading. So most of us will relate to tarot cards as being perhaps the most major area of cartomancy. And historians of the tarot take their history, some of them back to about the 11th, 12th century, and others dispute that. So we don't really know 100%, but there is evidence that cards were used for a very long time, for many centuries. And what they're used for is a tool of divination. So the card itself doesn't actually hold the power. What the card has are colours, symbols, meanings, directions, stories. There's a story to be told in the tarot, for example. And also in many of the other inspiration cards, you can create what we call a spread, where you lay them out and it tells the story, past, present, the journey forward on a situation, for example. So cartomancy is very, very interesting, and the tarot is particularly interesting, with traditionally 78 cards, and many of you will be more familiar with the Rider-Waite tarot cards. There are thousands of different types, and then later on came the French Lenormand tarot from Madame Lenormand, which are very popular. And I found when I was working abroad a lot, people would bring out the Lenormand tarot cards, and they work very well for some people. But what's happening, as I said, the power isn't in the actual card. The power is in the intuition and the energy and the symbols, and how it all works together to create, if you like, a connection with a question, a connection with a person. and it focuses the mind. It focuses the mind to go in a direction that the intuitive can explore. And from that, and the intuition of a skilled intuitive reader, it can be a very satisfying experience, and very, I wouldn't say sometimes it can be mind-blowing really, because it helps someone look into something you're querying and give another perspective as well. So I could talk for a very long time on this, but I'm going to move on now and show you some of the cards that I've got, which I really love these cards. I think they're great. So these ones are the Shaman's Oracle. As you can see, these are very indigenous, like cave paintings. This one is Frustration, and it's showing the cave paintings there, Dancer. I love this one for spirit healing. And what I love about this and how it inspires me in particular is here we have this indigenous ancient art, like cave painting, but the healer, if this is the healer with massive hands sending out positive healing intention, it's encompassing everything. It's encompassing nature, it's encompassing animals, it's inclusive, and that's probably what I want to say there. In this one we've got Hunter of Gifts, Shaman of Birth. That's really interesting. What have we got here? Shaman of Song. Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they? Most of these cards do actually come with an instruction book or a guidebook which gives you more information about what the intention was when the cards were created. So that's some oracle cards, and of course people have color cards, angel cards, unicorn cards, anything, you know, there's cards on anything and everything. I've got those ones, the Mystical Shaman. There are destiny cards. It's just a massive market, if you like, but it's a massive field. And I think the thing is, if cartomancy is your thing, there must be a deck of cards out there that, you know, really do speak to you, and where you feel all those intuitive impressions start to flow, and the symbolism, because it's using the creative mind. And that's what's so important with intuition, is we do use the creative mind. Now I'm going to take you now to something here that was sent to me and I received last week, which I was very excited about. And this is the ARC Animal Tarot and Oracle deck, and it's created by Bernadette King and the art is by Heidi Sutherland. And I must tell you, I'm not trying to sell anything here. I think these sell themselves, so they're doing a very good job. But what I want to tell you is there's no affiliate link or anything like that. I'm just sharing my pleasure and my joy with these cards. And in this particular deck, I'm absolutely overwhelmed because there is so much. Over 100 cards, a guidebook. The guidebook is over 360 pages. I'm just going to open it and show you. But Bernadette is lives in Florida, I believe. I know she's American, and I met Bernadette in 2018. And look at that book. Look at that. There's let me see if we can see a picture of Bernadette. Actually, there must be something on who this. Yeah, look, there she is, Bernadette. Bernadette with an alpaca, isn't that wonderful? And there we have Heidi, the artist. Two very talented ladies, and I think that's what speaks to me about this, is people put their love, their talent into creating these. And as I say, it is a massive book that you get with it. What's interesting about this particular deck is it is both. So if you're a tarot person, then you've got the tarot. So we have here, let me just take that little separator out so I'm not dropping everything. Here we've got what we call the major arcana, the first part of the tarot, which, if you like, tells the journey. And some of you may know the journey. It starts with the Fool, if you like, the innocent in life, and goes through a journey of meeting people of different wisdoms, having different experiences. Look at that, the Bee, the Wheel of Fortune. Look at the artwork. When I touch them, it is fantastic. Elephant for justice, truth, natural law, righted wrongs. As you go further down, you start to come into what we call the suits, which are the areas within the tarot in particular. Like you have cups, clubs, you have the clubs in the playing cards, but you have the cups, the pentacles, the wands, the swords. We have all the different suits, so they represent different things symbolically. But here we have, this one is the Eight of Pentacles, a giraffe, and it's apprenticeship, quality, craftsmanship, mastery. There'll be more explanation in the book, but you yourself will use your own intuition as to how that works for you. Remember, I'm not trying to sell these sell them themselves, but this is one of the top quality types of decks I've ever seen. And here we have the animal inspiration cards, the oracle cards, seahorse, the shrimp. Aren't they amazing? Look at the artwork on them. I'm just going to stop it there because I realise as I'm flicking through them, the focus is changing. Oh, look, the kiwi. What's amazing though, I find, is, for example, the colour and the symbolism, the creative mind. The intuitive mind is creative. It works in a creative way. It works with symbols, images, pictures, feelings. I'm just putting these cards away, so bear with me, please. I forgot the book. Can't forget the book. I've got to read that later because, wow, look at that. This is quality. This is a huge pack. So you've got tarot and you've got oracle, and wow, that's the whole package all together. Huge, isn't it? Look at the size of it. It's bigger than my head. Must be big. So basically, there's a great joy when working with something, isn't there? And with cartomancy, like I was saying about the creative mind, it's rather like art. It evokes something within you. And as I said, I'm not here to sell, I'm not here to teach you how to do it, but I wanted to talk about it because there are so many beautiful decks of cards, and in each one of them, for example, Bernadette's whole set of both tarot and oracle, and all the others, and the others that I showed you, the mystical oracle, everything, the shaman oracle. There's so much love and thought that's gone into them. What this signifies, how does it feel, what does it evoke when you look at it, that I think even though, from some online retailers you can pick them up pretty cheaply, there is a wealth of creative intelligence within them that's just waiting for you to find where it matches with your intuition. So that's a little bit about cartomancy, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed yet, so I can keep finding inspiration to make the videos for this channel, then please click the subscribe button. And there's also a little bell next to it. If you tap that, that'll let you know when new videos are released. And I want to say thank you, stay safe, and lots of love from Eagle Lodge in Ireland. Bye bye.